There are many times when noise has been around you, right? It's time to think about the softer side of life, the quiet sounds that most people don't notice, the power of silence. This fascinating book solves the mystery behind the quiet, giving you a fresh look at the importance and benefits of silence in our lives today. Noiselessness isn't just about not hearing anything, it's also a way to think on yourself, find inner peace, communicate more clearly, and even settle disagreements. You will start to wonder what untold secrets could silence hold for your personal and balanced life as you journey through this story. Benefits of Silence, Lesson 1. Have you ever thought about why being quiet can be so good for you? It's not enough to just enjoy the peace and quiet. Research backed by science shows that being quiet has big effects on your brain and health in general. Your brain is always processing information when there is a lot of noise around you. This can cause too much thinking, worry, and even trouble sleeping. But when you embrace silence, your brain gets a break that it needs. It's kind of like hitting the reset button. Your brain starts to work better, your attention span gets longer, and your stress level goes down. Also, being quiet can help the brain grow. A study from 2013 found that doing 2 hours of stillness every day increased the growth of cells in the hippocampus, a part of the brain that is linked to memory. This means that being quiet might help you remember things and learn new things. Not only that, but quiet can also help you become more self-aware and creative. If you are quiet, you can hear your own ideas, think about how you feel, and understand how you act. Thinking about yourself can help you grow as a person. To the same time, the peace and quiet let your mind roam, which can inspire you to be creative. It may seem difficult to find times of silence in a world full of noise and other things to do, but it's worthwhile. Silence isn't just the lack of noise, it's also a powerful wellness tool that can help your brain work better, lower your stress, make you more self-aware, and spark your imagination. Lesson 2. How to find peace in a noisy world. It is very important to know the benefits of silence, but it is also very important to know how to find it in our noisy world. There are so many things in your daily life that you might think it's impossible to find stillness. But if you know what to do, it's not only possible, it can be easy. Set aside a certain time every day for silence to begin. It doesn't have to be long. 5 minutes is enough to make a change. This could be right when you wake up, before the day's noise starts, or late at night, when everything is quiet. You can also make a room in your house that is quiet. You should be able to close the door and be here by yourself with your thoughts. You'd be surprised at how much your surroundings can help you be quiet inside. The practice of mindfulness is another method. To do this, you have to pay attention to the present moment, your feelings and your emotions, and let go of thoughts that are confusing you. You can find stillness even when there is a lot of noise if you do this. Lastly, think about making silence a part of your daily life. 1 week, you could have a silent dinner, take a quiet walk, or turn off the radio while you drive. Silence as a tool for inner peace. Lesson 3. You might wonder how silence can help you find inner peace. Silence, which doesn't get enough attention, can help you find inner peace. It's not enough to be physically quiet. You also need to quiet your mind and cut down on the noise inside. If you live in a world where knowledge and noise are all the time, silence is a welcome break. It stops your mind from worrying all the time and lets you concentrate on the here and now. This helps lower stress and anxiety, which are two big things that get in the way of inner peace. Mindfulness is also aided by silence. You are more aware of your thoughts and feelings when you are quiet. One important part of mindfulness is that you can watch them without judging them. Being more aware can help you learn more about yourself, which can make you feel calm and happy. On top of that, silence helps you get to know yourself better. In peace and quiet, your inner voice speaks louder and helps you understand your wants, needs, and values. Knowing yourself this way is important for mental peace because it lets you live in line with your true self. Lesson 4. Silence can help you think about yourself. Silence is a great tool for self-reflection, allowing you to dig deeper into your thoughts and feelings, in addition to promoting inner calmness. You may have noticed that when you don't have anything else going on, your mind tends to wander, bringing up thoughts, memories, and feelings you weren't aware of before. This is the act of self-reflection, and it's during these quiet times that you can learn important things about yourself. Silence removes the background noise from your everyday life, giving you a place to face the thoughts that are normally below your conscious awareness. You can listen to your inner conversation and think carefully about your views, values, and life choices when you're in this quiet place. For personal growth, this process is very important, even if it's difficult. When it's quiet, you can think about what you think, question what you believe, and face your fears. You can look back at what you did, think about why you did it, and plan for the future there. Now is the time to think about yourself. Look at your life with fresh eyes and learn from the past. Silence also teaches you to be patient by letting you sit with your feelings and thoughts instead of acting on them right away. Emotional intelligence means being able to understand and control your feelings better. This skill can help you get there. In a way, silence is like a mirror. It shows you what's going on inside your mind. When used correctly, it can help you become very aware of yourself and grow as a person. Therefore, don't be afraid of the silence. Accept it and let it lead you on your journey of self-discovery. Lesson 5. How silence can help you feel better. As you continue to learn about inner quiet, you'll find that silence is not only a chance to think about yourself, but also a powerful way to heal. The tranquility and peace of silence can be soothing to the soul and aid in the healing of wounds that are frequently hidden from view. Think of stillness as a safe place to escape the noise and confusion of the outside world. This safe place lets you get in touch with your true self, hear your thoughts, and work through your feelings. Self-reflection and becoming more aware of oneself can be very healing, especially when dealing with worry, anxiety, or mental turmoil. You can listen to your body's cues in silence as well. You can become aware of any physical pain or stress during these quiet times and take the steps needed to treat it. Not only are you improving your physical health, but you're also improving your mental and social health. Studies have also shown that silence can cause new brain cells to grow in the hippocampus, a part of the brain that controls memory, feeling, and learning. So, silence doesn't just help you get better, it also makes you grow. Mindfulness and Silence, Lesson 6. Have you ever thought about how silence can help you practice mindfulness? It's a very important factor. In essence, mindfulness, or paying full attention to the present moment, thrives in silence. It's not just the lack of noise, it's also a deep and strong tool that helps you become more mindful. Silence helps you focus, which helps you connect with your inner self more deeply. Without the steady hum of outside noise, those quiet times are when you can really focus on your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. It gives you a chance to clear your mind, think, and reset your priorities. To practice mindfulness, you don't have to go somewhere totally quiet. What's more important is to find mental silence, a place where your ideas can be without you reacting or judging them, by letting you look at your thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. Internal stillness helps you develop mindfulness. Adding silence to your mindfulness practice doesn't mean blocking out the world. It means becoming more aware of it. It's about being aware of the noise, but not letting it control the way you think. Lesson 7. Using silence to clarify your mind. It's important to understand how accepting this quiet can greatly improve your mental clarity, building on the idea of silence as a tool for mindfulness. In a world with more and more noise, it's simple to lose focus and feel too much. Silence, on the other hand, cuts through all of this noise, giving your mind a peaceful place to function. To let quiet into your life, you have to let go of things that are distracting you. It clears your mind of unnecessary things, which helps you concentrate and focus better. This helps a lot when you're trying to solve hard problems or deal with mental stress. When you're alone, you can see things from a different and often better angle. Additionally, silence promotes reflection and deeper thinking. When you're not being distracted by outside things, you're more likely to think about life's bigger questions and your place in it, which can help you become more self-aware and wise. In turn, this makes it easier to think of new ideas and ways to solve problems. But accepting silence isn't as easy as it seems. To tune out the noise and into your own thoughts, you need to practice and be patient. Set aside times during the day to be quiet. Early mornings or late at night, when everything is quiet, are great. Silence and creativity is the 8th lesson. When it comes to being creative, silence is very important because it makes it easier to think creatively and come up with new ideas. You can't hear or feel anything else while you're in this state of deep focus. Your thoughts become the most important thing in this state. As you sit in silence, you feel driven to explore the depths of your thoughts, finding new ideas and insights that may have been not heard over the noise of your daily life. You can focus better and go deeper into your ideas. In this calm state, you can let your mind run wild. It doesn't feel forced or stressed to be creative. It just comes out easily. Silence also promotes thought, which is essential to the creative process. It allows you to reflect on your work, assess its strengths and flaws, and pinpoint areas for development. You can think about your ideas carefully and improve them until they are perfect and ready to be put into action when you are alone. Also, quiet can help you get past creativity blocks. Too many sense inputs can make it hard to think of new ideas because they overload your brain. When you block out these things, silence helps clear your thoughts, letting new ideas come to you. Lesson 9. Using silence to strengthen relationships. Just like silence can help you be more creative, it can also make your relationships much better by helping you connect with others more deeply and understand them better. In our noisy world, it's an important tool that we often forget about. Silence is not just the lack of sound or speech. It is also an active, conscious act of making room for thought, empathy, and relationship with others. You're showing respect for the other person's thoughts and feelings when you let silence permeate your conversations. You're also making a space where deeper understanding can happen. Think about a heated fight. If you choose silence, you give yourself time to calm down, think about how you feel, and come up with a better answer. It can help ease stress, stop misunderstandings, and build respect between people. You can also really listen when there is no sound around. When you're quiet, you're not planning your next argument or coming up with a clever response. Instead, you're focused on the other person, letting what they say sink in and getting their point of view better. The strength of your relationships with others can also be increased by silence. When two people are together in silence, it can feel close and strong, like they understand and are comfortable with each other without words. The power of silence, like any other tool, lies in how it is used. Complete silence can mean that someone is not interested or connected, so it's important to balance it with active participation and honest conversation. Listen to yourself and see how the power of silence can change your relationships. Though it's a small change, it can have big effects. Lesson 10. How to listen actively. Being able to actively listen is a great skill that can help your relationships grow. Being quiet while someone talks isn't enough. You need to really listen to what they're saying. Try to understand their point of view and react in a way that shows you're there for the whole conversation. Active listening is more than just hearing words. It also means figuring out what they mean, paying attention to body language, and reacting in the right way. You're not just idly taking in information, you're taking part in the conversation. It's helpful to think of active listening as a two-way street. You are not only getting, your body language, words, and even your silence all show that you are giving back. Showing the speaker that you value their ideas, care about what they have to say, and are ready to spend time and effort to understand their point of view. Takes time and effort. You don't have to agree with everything they say, but you should be willing to listen to their ideas, think about points of view that are different from your own, and be ready to have a useful talk. Your relationships can change if you listen actively. It can help you and the people you deal with understand each other better, clear up disagreements, and build bridges between you. Finding common ground with others takes time, practice, and a real interest in them. But once you get good at it, it's a powerful way to make relationships that last. Lesson 11. Being quiet and being emotionally healthy. It's important to actively listen in order to build real relationships, but embracing silence can do a lot for your mental health. This may not make sense at first, but let's look at it more closely. Silence allows you to reflect, which improves your understanding of your feelings. It's easy to lose touch with yourself when there's loads of noise around you all the time. But when you sit still, your mind has time to work through your emotions, which helps you feel more clear. Additionally, being quiet lowers stress. The constant talk, whether it's from inside or outside, can make you feel more stressed. By accepting silence, you can lower your worry, which is good for your mental health as a whole. Mindfulness is also encouraged by silence. So you don't think about the past or worry about the future. You can stay in the present. This kind of mindfulness can make you happier and more content, which is good for your mental health. Don't think that this call for quiet means staying away from people or being alone. You don't have to shut out the world or ignore problems. You just have to take time to sit with your feelings and thoughts. This is not a getaway. It's a habit that you do on purpose. Lesson 12. Being quiet can help you grow spiritually. Have you ever thought that being quiet could help you grow spiritually? You might not naturally connect to it, but let's look into it more. Silence can be a safe place in a world that is often loud and crazy. You can tune out outside noises and distractions there, which lets you focus on what's inside. Focusing on yourself can help you get in touch with your inner self, which can lead to growth and change. In this context, silence isn't just the lack of sound. It's also the conscious decision to quiet your mind and heart and seek tranquility in a chaotic world. Making the choice to be quiet gives you time to think about yourself. You can learn more about your spiritual views and goals by thinking about them. This is an important part of spiritual growth. Also, mindfulness is promoted by silence. You become more aware of your ideas, feelings, and events when you are quiet. You become fully present in the present moment, which is a key idea in many spiritual practices. Lastly, being quiet can help you feel calm and peaceful. By reducing stress and creating a sense of oneness with the world around you, this tranquility can improve your mental well-being. Lesson 13. Getting rid of stress through silence. In addition to the peace and quiet that silence can bring, it's also important to think about how it can help you relax. In today's busy world, there is a lot of outside noise that can make you feel more stressed. But being alone with your thoughts can help you feel better and lower your worry. More than one study has shown that silence has a direct effect on brain chemicals that show worry. Silence can help you sleep better, lower your blood pressure, and boost your defense system. This is because silence calms you down, so your brain doesn't have to work as hard to deal with the emotional overload that noise often causes. Also, silence lets your mind roam, which can help you think of new ideas and reflect on your own life. This can help you understand your feelings and how they affect you when you're stressed, so you can deal with things that stress you out better in the future. But accepting silence isn't just about cutting down on noise. It's also about cutting down on the chaos in your life. By giving your thoughts a break with times of silence throughout the day, you're also giving yourself a chance to think about yourself. Lesson 14. How to use silence to get things done. Getting some quiet time can help you be much more productive by giving you a place to think clearly and work without interruptions. It's about giving your mind a safe place to be away from all the outside noise and distractions. You can fully focus on the job at hand in this peaceful setting. Distractions are all around us these days. Calls, emails, messages, and even the noise of a busy office or city can make it hard to concentrate. But quiet is a safe place to get away from these things. It's not enough to just have quiet. You need to make a thought place that helps you get things done. By making use of silence, you're letting your brain get ready for serious work. This state, which is marked by intense attention and high productivity, is where new ideas and solutions are created. By lightening the brain load and freeing up mental resources, silence creates this setting. Setting up habits is important if you want to use the power of silence. These could be quiet mornings, headphones that block out noise, or places that are just for being quiet. You need to make a habit of the things that work for you. Lesson 15. Being quiet can help you sleep better. In addition to making you more productive, accepting silence can greatly improve the quality of your sleep, which is an important part of your health and well-being as a whole. You may have noticed that it's hard to fall asleep when there's a lot of noise around. You might not know this, but your brain is still processing things while you sleep. This could mess up your sleep cycle and make your rest less good. Creating a quiet space will give your brain less work to do while you sleep, which will help you get a better, more restful sleep. But getting rid of noise isn't enough. You also need to accept silence as a good thing that can heal you. Studies have shown that being still for even a few minutes can lower blood pressure, heart rate, worry, and stress. It might be easier to fall asleep and stay asleep if these things happen. Also, being quiet can help your body make more melatonin, which is its own natural sleep hormone. Noise exposure before bedtime may lower melatonin levels, which could cause sleeplessness, according to a study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism. On the other hand, keeping your space quiet can help your body keep making melatonin naturally, which can lead to better, more restful sleep. Silence and perception are the lessons of Lesson 16. If you want to get in touch with your intuition, silence can be a strong tool that helps you understand and sense the world around you more deeply. You give your intuition the space it needs to come to the surface during the quiet times you set aside in your daily life. This helps you become more aware and understand things better. Your intuition, which is sometimes called a gut feeling, is a natural part of how you think. When you're alone and quiet, you can let your gut do its thing without being interrupted by outside noise or your own thoughts. You're more likely to be able to connect with your unconscious mind here. This is where intuitive ideas often live, but the daily grind can block them out. Silence is more than just turning off the music or the people talking. It's about getting your thoughts straight and making a mental place that is free of judgment, bias, and expectations. You're more likely to get natural signs when you're quiet. You can better tune into your body's signs and understand the small changes that let you know when something is right or wrong. Practicing silence, then, improves your psychic skills by letting your deepest thoughts and feelings come to the surface. In these quiet times, you can hear your inner voice more clearly, which is a very helpful tool for making choices, fixing problems, and getting a deeper sense of who you are and the world around you. Silence and Health. Lesson 17. While silence has a big effect on your natural skills, it's also important to note that it can make your health much better. Silence can have real benefits for your health, whether you're practicing mindfulness, meditation, or just taking a quiet break. Silence makes you feel less stressed. When there is a lot of noise around you all the time, your body is commonly under stress. This can lead to high amounts of cortisol, the worry hormone, blood pressure, and heart rate. Stillness, on the other hand, lets your body relax and heal itself. Getting some quiet time every day can lower your blood pressure, slow your heart rate, and lower your cortisol levels. Besides that, silence has been linked to helping the brain grow. Researchers have found that being still for 2 hours a day can help new cells grow in the hippocampal area, which is linked to learning, memory, and feeling. When you stop bombarding your brain with new information all the time, you give it a chance to grow and develop in new ways. Lastly, being quiet makes your defense system stronger. People who spend time in silence feel less stressed, which lowers inflammation and boosts immune function. This means your body can heal itself and fight off sickness better. Silence and the Strength of Alone Time. Lesson 18. By discovering the world of silence, you'll learn that being alone, which is usually seen as a bad thing, can actually have a lot of power and provide a lot of benefits. It's not just about being alone, it's about using the peace and quiet to help you think about yourself, be creative, and grow as a person. You might think of silence as being alone, but it's important to tell the difference. Being alone without wanting to be alone is called isolation, and it's usually linked to feelings of loneliness. Solace, on the other hand, is a state that you choose. You disconnect from the noise around you on purpose to get closer to yourself. You can hear your inner voice better when you are alone and quiet. It gives you a chance to think about, examine, and make sense of your feelings, thoughts, and experiences. Self-reflection can help you learn more about yourself, which can boost your emotional intelligence and self-awareness. Also, being alone makes you more creative. You can come up with new ideas and answers when you're alone with your thoughts and not being affected by anything else. It's not a surprise that a lot of artists and thinkers value their alone time. It's a great place to be creative. Silence is a form of self-care, according to Lesson 19. In addition to helping you grow as a person and be more creative, silence is also a great way to take care of yourself by relaxing and clearing your mind. In our busy lives, there is a lot of noise and information coming at us all the time, which can be stressful and wear you out mentally. Accepting moments of silence can give you a much-needed break, lowering your stress and improving your general health. But how does this happen through silence? Studies show that being quiet has a big effect on our minds. As a result, stress chemicals are lowered, the brain can rest, and blood pressure and heart rate go down. You're not just staying away from noise, you're actually helping your body heal and repair itself. You have the opportunity to think and observe while in silence. It can help you understand your feelings and thoughts better, which can help you make better choices. You're not just in a quiet place, you're constantly learning about yourself and growing as a person. Additionally, being quiet can help you think and focus. Getting rid of distractions helps you focus your energy better, which makes you more productive and efficient in your work. Not only are you blocking out noise, but you're also improving the way your brain works. Remember that being quiet isn't a way to avoid people or feel alone. It's a way to take care of your mental health. Taking some time for silence may be a strong way to take care of yourself in a world where noise is often unavoidable. you'll feel better and be better prepared to deal with the problems that come up in life. Silence and the art of letting go are covered in Lesson 20. Accepting silence can also teach you how to let go, which is a practice that can help you develop mental resilience and grow as a person. It's a deep experience that lets go of worries, demands, and responsibilities that don't serve you anymore. Like silence, letting go isn't about not having something, it's about making room for new experiences, views, and insights. When you spend a lot of time in silence, you're not just avoiding noise, you're making a space where you can think and connect with your inner self. This self-reflection helps you figure out what you're hanging on to and gives you the strength to let go of it. You'll realize that some thoughts, feelings, or relationships are like noises that keep you from being at peace. The first step in letting go is to become aware of these sounds. Silence makes you want to face these sounds instead of trying to block them out. You can feel, think, and let go when you sit in silence. It feels freeing, like letting go of a big load. It doesn't mean you're getting rid of parts of yourself. It just means you're clearing out your emotions to make room for growth and change. 21. Lesson 21. How to deal with conflict and silence. You'll find that silence is often a very useful way to settle disagreements, help people understand each other, and improve conversation. If you disagree with someone, your first thought might be to loudly and strongly support your point of view. But think about what you could do instead. Be quiet and think. In this quiet time, you can think about what's going on, see things from a different angle, and really hear what the other person has to say. Silence isn't about doing or not doing something. It's about making a safe space where everyone can say what they're thinking and feeling without worrying about being judged or hurt right away. By staying quiet during heated arguments, you make room for humanity to come out. You're letting yourself see things from the other person's point of view, which is a necessary step for solving a disagreement. Silence also gives you the ability to regulate your mental reaction. In the heat of the moment, you might say things you don't mean, which could make things worse. If you choose quiet, you give yourself time to calm down and think about what to say next. It's a way to avoid having automatic responses that make things worse. Lesson 22. Silence and better ability to communicate. In conversation, silence can often make what you say and mean more clear, making it easier for others to understand and follow through. You might think of quiet as a lack of conversation, but it's actually an important part of talking to someone. It's not just what you say, it's also what you don't say. Silence allows you to actively listen, which fosters kindness and understanding. Don't just wait for your turn to talk when you're quiet. Really listen and think about what the other person is saying. This kind of active listening helps you connect and understand more, which makes your answers more thoughtful and important. Also, silence gives you time to think. When you stop before answering, you give yourself time to think about what you want to say. This thought process can help you communicate more clearly and effectively. It shows that you value the conversation and the person you're talking to. But the power of silence isn't just in listening and thinking. It's also in the way it can draw attention to body language. A stop can make a point stand out, build tension, or show feelings more clearly than words. It can make your words stronger and your ideas more powerful. Silence and personal development is the subject of Lesson 23. Utilizing the power of silence can greatly improve your speaking skills, but it has benefits beyond that. They also extend to your personal growth. Silence can make you think about yourself, which can help you understand yourself better. If you enjoy quiet times, you'll be more likely to think about your thoughts, feelings, and experiences, which will help you become more self-aware and grow as a person. With all the noise and activity of daily life, it's simple to lose sight of what really counts. Silence, on the other hand, offers you the ideal chance to disconnect from outside distractions and reconnect with your inner self. The more you practice silence, the more inner peace and tranquility you'll develop. This can improve your health and quality of life as a whole. Also, being quiet can help you be more creative and solve problems better. Not only do you block out the noise around you when you're quiet, but you also make it easier for your mind to wander and come up with new ideas. You're giving yourself time and space to think deeply and seriously about different parts of your life and come up with new ways to deal with problems. Lesson 24. Finding balance in silence. Accepting quiet isn't just a way to grow as a person and be more creative, it's also a key part of living a healthy life. Nowadays, there is a lot of noise all the time, from the talk on social media to the hum of city life. This non-stop input can make you feel stressed, anxious, and out of sorts. However, there is safety in silence. It gives you room to relax, think, and just be without any outside pressures. In these quiet times, you can connect deeply with your inner self and find thoughts and realizations that are hard to hear when there is a lot of noise around. Being open to silence doesn't mean avoiding all noise, though. It's all about finding a good mix between working out and relaxing. It means intentionally making time in your daily life for quiet times, like when you meditate, take a quiet walk in the park, or just sit in a quiet room. Giving your mind a break from constant stimulation, silence can also help you keep a healthy mental balance. It gives you a sense of calm and focus by letting your feelings and thoughts settle. This can help you react to things more quickly and logically instead of emotionally. Turning down the noise in your life can have huge benefits. Studies show that being still for even 2 minutes might be more relaxing than listening to relaxing music. Silence is not only golden, it is also a potent tool for introspection, problem solving, and personal development. Embracing silence will not only help you communicate better, but it will also help you keep your life in balance. In other words, turn down the noise and tune into the deep power of quiet. Now is the time to be quiet.